We are the Dresden Dolls. I'm Brian Viglione. You are.
I'm Amanda Palmer, and
We are in town today.
to
Be here to show our support, camaraderie, to be one, have our union with this amazing historic inauguration of Barack Obama. Show our pride in
and to rock the people.
Absolutely. One of the things I felt most inspired by in terms of leadership aspects from Barack Obama was his attitude of humility, of human error, fallibility, and taking a good, honest look at that. One of the expressions that I like is you can't change the world unless you change yourself. And if we're talking about evolving our humanity, our societies, and we have a leader who is going to be the one to demonstrate to people, to initiate the attitude of self-introspection and what am I really doing when I take away all the distractions and all the excuses in life that I can bury under, like, well, I live my life because of this. If you have somebody at the top eloquently demonstrating and showing to the people how to begin that process, that to me, in conjunction with artists expressing their ideas and fostering a sense of we're all in this together, and setting aside the kind of typical American arrogance of like, well, this is how we live and everyone else can just kind of deal in the way that, I think everyone is very used to things going over the past several years, many years. That to me is one of the most significant things I feel, is that we have somebody now at the helm saying we all can do this together. Namely, me. I'll be the first one to take a look. Things won't be easy, and I will make mistakes, and I'm willing to admit that, which is a nice change from like, I don't care, and I've made my decision, I'm sticking by it. And I mean that whether that's government figures doing that, or people in your own family, or yourself, when conflict arises and the first reaction is to turn away and say, well, I'm right and I'm not going to look at it, you're immediately stepping back away from progressing through that conflict. And to say, I will take full accountability for what I've brought to this situation, to my community, to my nation, that I think is one of the most significant things that we have in our new president.
I would love to tell a story of something I saw this morning, which was awesome. I got on the subway at about 7 a.m. this morning to get to the inauguration, and the subway was packed with people, all kinds of people, old people, young people, little people, big people, lots of black people, lots of white people, and just as I got on the subway, something had just started to happen that I just got to be privy to, which was awesome. There was a probably 35, 40-year-old black guy from Jacksonville, Florida, and this kind of, hippie-looking lady, just maybe 50 years old, from Boulder, Colorado. They were standing next to each other, and the guy that the Denver lady, the lady from Colorado was with, had his iPhone out, and they had a headphone. They had a pair of headphones, and the black guy and the hippie chick each had an earbud in their ears, and they were sharing the headphones and singing together to "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye. And the entire train started singing along to them, singing along to the iPhone that the dude sitting in the seat was holding, and it was one of those things that just took off, and it felt like that all day today. I mean, things were just taking on.
For that connection, music.
The basis for that connection was everybody knew the song, and they didn't even need to be hearing the song itself. They were listening to like them going like, "What's going on? Oh, we don't know the words of this part. What's going on?" But it was, it was so obvious. It was such a common denominator between all these people on the train. And there was also, someone was commenting on this earlier. There was a beautiful really overt connection today between a lot of black people and a lot of white people and a lot of people going out of their way, almost as if they had permission to say, like, no, really, I like you. Really, I do. And because we have this president, like, I can be really vocal about that. Because, especially today, it's okay. And watching the awkwardness of it and the self-consciousness of it, but it feels like a start. It feels like a very legitimate, like, okay, like, finally, really, like, seriously, that shit is over. You now have permission to just, you know, call it done. That part's over. This part is starting. And everyone had that in their face today, and it was just beautiful.
We are the Dresden Dolls. I should sit back. I will look towards the light of the future. Yay, future. We are the Dresden Dolls. I'm Brian Viglione.
I am Amanda Palmer, and we are here at the 930 Club in Washington, D.C. on this very historical night of the inauguration of Barack Obama as the 44th President of the United States of America. Very honored to be here.
To the future, to the present.